Namaskar. Welcome to Ancient Wisdom. What is a Shivalinga? We will be answering this question today. Before that, a story that leads to Shivalinga. This is from Shiva Puran. And this story is repeated in number of Puran and number of places. Once upon a time, there arose a fight between Brahma and Vishnu as to who was the bigger one, who was the more important one, who was the more significant one, and they couldn't resolve it. So they went to Shiva to be the judge, and just then they saw a huge pillar of light emerge, and it was a vertical pillar going from somewhere in the bottom to somewhere in the sky. So Shiva said that whoever can find the end of this pillar is the more significant one. So Brahma went on one side and Vishnu went on the other. After a long time, Vishnu returned and said he could not find or he could not reach the end of this light pillar. Then Brahma came back, and at that time Brahma had 5 heads. And Brahma said, yes, I could reach the end of the pillar. And as witness, as this Kevda plant. And the Kevda plant also acquiesced. Shiva knew that Brahma couldn't have reached the end of the pillar because the pillar didn't have an end. It was from eternity to eternity. And for that reason, he cut off one head of Brahma for telling a lie. And to this day, Kevda is not used in Shiva Arati or Shiva Puja for this reason. This pillar of light is called as Yupa Sthambha, which has no beginning and no end. And a great authority, Swami Vivekananda, has said Yupa Sthambha in miniature is Shivalinga. Something that comes from nothing, goes to nothing, we have no trace of it. It is from eternity to eternity. It is movable as well as non-movable. It is perceivable as non-perceivable. Is symbolized as Shivalinga. The second explanation comes from Sudhanshu Trivedi, who is a Prakant Pandit himself and PhD in mechanical engineering, apart from his great knowledge of history and related subjects. He says, if you study the aura of human being at various stages, the aura has different shapes. An agitated person's aura is different. An active person's aura is different. Sleeping person's aura is different. And the aura has shape and color. And that aura of a perfectly meditating person, completely focused, is what Shivalinga shape symbolizes. And lastly, there is a third explanation, and this is common sense explanation. At many places, Shivalinga is referred as the symbol of male-female conjugation. It is said to be so also. But it is to be remembered here that if you see the Shivalinga, it is not that shape. it is coming out of the yoni, and this is where the mistranslation occurs. Yoni is a general term for anything that originates. It means origin, and because it means origin, one of its meaning is also attached to female genitalia, which need not be so even if that meaning is taking more precedence in general practice. This means origin and origin of anything. So even where a murti is kept, murti of any deity, that place also is called as yoni. And this is why you will see that if you want to see it as male-female conjugation, the situation is exactly opposite to what is seen in practice. It is something coming out and not going in. But then why is it so? Here the personification part of Hindu religion comes in. And also has to be considered that Hindu religion is not a prude religion. We call a spade a spade. There are many specific drawings at temples in Khajuraho or Konark Surya temple or many other places where a spade is called as a spade. So for calling a spade, we don't need symbolism. So if there is symbolism, there is something more. And this symbolism basically is meant for the common people to understand this process. And what is this process? This process is coming out of something out of nothing. Creation of something out of nothing. Creation of the universe, the whole universe. The creation of the golden egg, the Hiranyagarbha. How can something come out of nothing? This is beyond the understanding of a common person. And only example you can give of this in regular practice is human regeneration. And that is why Shivalinga as an example is shown to be that or said to be that. Whereas originally it is the representation of the Yupa Sthambha, of the eternity. Eternity, something coming out of nothing and going to infinity, infinity to infinity. And that is what is verbalized by this mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That is complete. This is complete. Complete plus complete is complete. If anything is taken out from the complete, it still remains complete. Very difficult to understand, but not difficult to understand when you take the example of ocean. From ocean, take as much water out, it still remains ocean. In ocean, put as much water as you want, it still remains ocean. Whatever you take out of ocean is ocean qualitatively. And that ocean is the nearest equivalent of infinity, of eternity. And that is what Shivalinga is. Namaskar.